Hi, beautiful. Welcome to A Course in Miracles, reading in the text, chapter 21, Reason and Perception. And we are in section 7, the last unanswered question, paragraph 11. The power you have over the Son of God is not a threat to his reality, it but a test to it. Where could his freedom lie but in himself if he be free already? I'll pause here and say, in A Course in Miracles, we're told that we already have salvation. We're already free. We already are indomitable love. There's nothing to save us from. And who could bind him but himself if he deny his freedom? God is not mocked. No more his Son can be imprisoned save by his own desire. And it is by his own desire that he is freed. I'll pause here and say, it's quite a radical idea to the thought system of the world that we are sovereign. Because the thought system of the world, according to ego, is you're either a perpetrator or a victim, always comparing who's better, who's worse. But that's not the thought system of heaven. God is not mocked. No more his Son can be imprisoned save by his own desire, and it is by his own desire that he is freed. Such is his strength and not his weakness. He is at his own mercy. And where he chooses to be merciful, there is he free. But where he chooses to condemn instead, there is he held a prisoner, waiting in chains his pardon on himself to set him free. I'm going to read that last line again. Where he chooses to condemn instead, there is he held a prisoner, waiting in chains his pardon on himself to set him free. That's so profound. That is such a radical thought for those who are ego identified, but that is so natural for those who are host to God. We're taught time and time again in A Course in Miracles that what we wish on others, we're wishing on ourselves. Because at a core level, we understand that we're not separate from anyone else. So if I want everyone to go to hell, then I want myself to go to hell. And if I want to spend my time and energy condemning, judging, critiquing, blaming, shaming, the person being punished by that is myself. Where he chooses to condemn, instead, there is he held a prisoner, waiting in chains his pardon on himself to set him free. We set ourselves free by forgiving everyone and everything. And forgiving doesn't mean justifying or saying that that behavior was great or I'm fine with that behavior. No, forgiving is letting go. It's refusing to be the judge and jailer. It's having compassion for the insane in the same way you would if you walked into an insane asylum. If you walked into a mental health hospital and somebody was certain that they were Cleopatra, you wouldn't scream at them and call them an idiot. You would just hope they would get well. Hope they were getting the treatment they needed. And only insane people choose fear because the fruits of it are misery. And the sane choose love because the fruits of it are joy. So you can always tell who's insane. People who are fixated on being right are unhappy. We're taught in A Course in Miracles that the Son of God is always blessed as one. And that's why when we send out love and compassion and grace, that's what's returned to us. Because we're not separate. Sure, as characters, we're each having an individual story, and we have our different nurture and nature, our different parenting and DNA, and so we're a unique character having a unique life experience, and at the root of that, everyone is seeking to be at peace and to be happy. And some people are so damaged that the way they go about trying to be happy is really disturbing and ineffective. And even for those people, we can have compassion and pity rather than rage and retribution. And a way to apply this on a practical level to make a positive impact in our lives right now is to look at the people we've condemned and ask ourselves if we can let go of the condemnation so that we ourselves can be free. Look at people who we say are horrible and deserve XYZ, and let go and say, I don't know what they deserve. I don't know. I wish them well. A Course in Miracles isn't for spiritual babies. It's for people willing and able to step into their full sovereignty, which is everybody, when they're ready, when they choose. You wouldn't be watching this video if you weren't ready. You're ready to accept your full sovereignty. As a son of God, perfect, whole, and complete, lacking no thing, indomitable, perfectly safe. Thank you so much for being here. You're so beautiful. You're doing great work. Just showing up as you. Whatever you think you're supposed to be doing, you're doing it. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you soon.